to make. So tell us a little bit about, your vision, a little bit more about your vision, if you will.
Well, as for all entrepreneurs, I think for every one of us, we need to have a vision. As far as my vision goes, I want to write more than one book. Once I started writing one, they kind of all just came flooding out, and I've told people even when I wasn't, even when the first one wasn't published, I'm gonna write more than one. They're gonna sell very well. It might take a while, but it'll be there. I want to create other products and basically create a market or exploit a market that's not even there and create other product lines to go right along with the books that I write, just like a Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings or even a Twilight type series.
Okay. All right, great. And tell us the type, because I have one of your books. Matter of fact, if I remember correctly, when you visited us last year around about this time, and one thing about Justin, Justin travels with his books, and so tell us, the title of your book, a little bit about the book, and one of the things I do remember is after your presentation, I think every person, in the mastermind group purchased your book, or matter of fact, they purchased the entire box of books that you had.
Yeah.
So
whatever I had, David purchased for me, and it came to a point where David actually wanted a few more than what I had on me. So yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us about the book title and just briefly what the book is about.
The current book title, the one that's out already, is called The Boy with Six Legs. This comes from the fact that, as you saw when I visited you, I have a walker with 4 legs, and then I have my own natural 2 legs. Right. And then the book covers is a children's book with comic book like illustrations that goes through the very basic and stripped down what I go through on a daily basis as a child going through elementary and some of middle school briefly, in a very childlike and broken down way. And I think that's what makes my product different than most products that are out there on the market now, is because nothing is broken down in a child understanding everything.
You, Justin, is if you don't mind sharing with us, what were some of the business challenges that you faced prior to engaging our Nexpert coaches?
I'd like to address that question by just addressing the two specific challenges that the coaches were able or are currently working on solving. The first one was marketing, which Erwin Gregorian, and I don't know if he's still on the call, but Erwin helped me to realize that marketing wasn't just throwing money at your marketing strategy and hoping that it stuck. He's the one that actually directed me to something more concrete called a marketing plan, which made sense when he brought it up, but wasn't something I had really thought about. And through our coaching engagement, he walked me through writing the marketing plan, cleaning it up, making it look pretty. This is also a great tool to present when you do presentations, which I just did one in April that was for a competition for school that won me $1,000 in business funding. So, I mean, that definitely paid off. But Erwin kindly walked me through that process. And literally by the time we were done, I had a marketing plan that was 99% complete and just needed to be a little bit more dramatically polished and cleaned up. And people were actually quite stunned that someone my age would go to this competition with a full written bound plan to show the judges and investors. So I have him and High Achievers to thank for that achievement.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. And Erwin is on the call. I'm not sure if you can see him. So share a little bit. So Erwin is your current coach, and then
no, Genevieve.
I'm sorry, was your previous coach, because now you have a new Nexpert coach that you're working with?
And her name is Genevieve Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
She is one of the greatest grant writers and grant instructors that I've ever worked with. I've never worked with anyone that's so dedicated to her clients and their needs and their not only business challenges but physical challenges to make sure that I can achieve my goals as a CEO. We are currently working to apply for a $10,000 Cobb County business funding grant that I found and brought to her, and we're about to go and submit final paperwork for that hopefully tomorrow. But that grant alone will allow us to finish out the website we're currently building, finish the rebranding process from the Boy with Six Lakes over to Blazing J Wheels LLC, which is a transition that at this point is very crucial to make because I don't want to build a business too big without doing the branding, the rebranding transition now. Well, it's still somewhat easier than with a multi-million-dollar company or a company that has grown to several hundred products. It's a lot easier to do it now and build a reputation off of that. As I'm sure everyone on this call understands, your reputation in business and what you portray is almost more important